What's up, everybody? Look, I had to come to y'all to give y'all this information because it was on my mind. I had to share it, and I came across this information of the law of application during my transition from college, playing sports, trying to play professionally, things not working out, to playing arena ball, realizing, all right, it's more to life than this. Through the transition of being an entrepreneur, getting in sales, doing network marketing, and then actually being an author. So it was some things about that whole transition. Every time I got to a new phase that I had to learn, that I kept struggling with when things wasn't working, and then when things were working, I was trying to figure out, okay, how's this working this particular time? So in that process, I came across about 3 things when it come down to the law application. And I want to share those with you because this is what I realized. They ain't teaching this in class, they ain't teaching this in school. Most people don't even realize it until it's too late. And if you don't know it, you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. And you know what they call that, right? Insanity. So look, I don't want y'all to be insane because it almost drove me insane. And I figured it out. So I want to help you help yourself. So if you are in transition in anything from one phase of your life to another, whether it's from college into the real world, whether it's from being an athlete into your life after sports, whether it's from being single to being married, I done made that transition, whether it's from being married to being divorced, whether it's from being an employee to an entrepreneur, whether it's from being whatever it is. If you're in transition just from being the worst you to the best you can possibly be, it's some things you got to know about the law of application, and I want to share those with you. And some of those things might be found in my book called What's Next? How to Transition Like a Champ. But just in case you ain't got it yet, I want to give it to you right here because you might take too long to get the book, and it's information you really need. So when it comes down to the 3 things you need to know about the law of application, the first thing, and it's pretty simple. If you've ever studied something, know it, because a lot of times as an entrepreneur, you find yourself, you pay for this course, you took this class, you're studying this thing, and then you never apply it. So you got better education, but you didn't get better results because you never applied it. That's one of the first things when it comes down to the law application. The reason you don't transition the way you want to transition, the reason you struggle in general, is if you ever have knowledge and you fail to apply it, what is the point of you having knowledge? If you have knowledge and you fail to apply it, it's just like you not having the information. So the first things first when it comes down to the number one mistake a lot of people make when it comes down to the law application, they learn the knowledge to learn the knowledge. They don't learn the knowledge to apply the knowledge. Look, if you're going to waste your time learning it, spend some time using it. That's what it's all about, right? Would you just learning to get better, to just learning to get more knowledge? No, about the law of application. So look, what's going on, Justin? If you're going to learn it, apply it. First things first, the law of application. If you're going to learn something, learn it to use it. Don't learn it to learn it. That's the first things first, because most of the time people learn it, but they never apply it. So that's the number one mistake when it comes down to it. Darius, what's going on, my man? That's the number one mistake when it comes down to the law of application. People learn it, but they don't apply it. Howard, what's going on, Howard? So look, that's number one. The law of application, you learn it, but you don't apply it. Don't learn to learn to apply. First things first when it comes down to the number one mistake people make when it comes down to the law of application. Number 2, this one right here, this is going to hurt somebody's feelings. So I'm just going to make a disclaimer right now. It's going to hurt somebody's feelings. And number 2, I done did it. You done did it. We all done did it. DeMonte, what's going on, baby? We all done did it. And society teaches that because we got social media like I'm on right now, and it's all around us, and there's so much information out there. And this is it right here. We are applying the wrong knowledge. This is the number 2 mistake when it comes down to the law application. You done learn something, you learning the wrong knowledge. What up, bro? You learning the wrong knowledge and you applying the wrong knowledge, right? And you ain't getting the outcome you want, and you wonder why it don't work. Guess what? You're learning the wrong stuff. So hint number 1, be careful who you're learning from. All right, DeMonte, I see you locked in, bro. I see you locked in. So hint number 1, you got to be careful who you're learning from. Because if you learned something and you plan on applying it and it's not working, you might want to check the sources that you're learning from. Because it might be some incorrect data that you're getting in. And a lot of times these days, we got so many people we listening to, they telling you to do this, they telling you to do that, they telling you that. You listen to so many different people, you trying to take a piece from him, a piece from her, a piece from him, a piece from her, put it all together, make your own formula, and you messing up. So when it comes down to the law application, you got to find out who's doing what you want to do, getting the results that you want. Kind of like we did in football, we watched the guy that was starting. Devontae, you already know about it. You watch the guy that was in front of you, watch the guy that was a Pro Bowler, to watch the guy that was a Hall of Fame. You see where he's doing, what his technique is, how his alignment is, and how he executes, and then you go out there and do the exact same thing. But you ain't never, ever went to the guy that wasn't playing it and watch his alignment, watch his technique, and watch his moves, and then go try to play him in the game. It ain't gonna work. That's why you won't be playing just like he's not playing. So when it comes down to this life stuff and this application stuff, if you're applying knowledge and it's not working, you might be applying the wrong knowledge. So be careful where you're getting your knowledge from and make sure that the knowledge is the right knowledge. So we can't be getting knowledge from everybody. So I'm gonna recap first things first when it comes down to law application. Number one, you learn some knowledge and you ain't applying it. So you just learn to learn, you ain't learn to apply. Number two mistake people make, they are applying the wrong knowledge. So be careful where you get your knowledge from. Be careful where you get your insight from. Be careful who you learn it from. If they ain't produced it, how they gonna teach it to you? If they ain't living and walking in it, how they gonna tell you about it? So look, make sure you check the sources where you're getting it from. Make sure they done produced it, and now you can see the track record, and now you can go out here and apply. So that's number two. So number one, you're not applying it. You done learned it, but you just learned to learn. You didn't learn to apply. Number two, you learned something and you're applying it and it's not working because come to find out, you're applying the wrong knowledge. Okay, so number three, this is what we're finna do for number three. And number two is heavy. We can dive into that, but I want to keep it short and simple to you. Number three right here. You're applying the right knowledge, but the wrong way. What's going on, Will? Number three, you're applying the right knowledge, but the wrong way. And you're probably wondering, what does that mean? Well, I'm going to take you back to football because that's how we rock. I'm going to tell you, you already know about this. Well, you can apply the right knowledge but the wrong way, because let's say you got film and you watch a film and coach say, hey, I need you to do this right here. Well, when you get out there on the field, you do that right there, but when he was telling you to do that specific thing, it was on a pass play and you did it on a run play. Well, if you do that thing on a pass play, not on a run play, you're going to get the wrong result. What up, Mr. Hamilton is in the building. Mr. Hamilton, what's going on, right? So when it comes down to it, you can apply the right knowledge, but we're applying it the wrong way. So you got to understand. If coach this is like coach telling me, hey, drop deep when you got deep third, or you got hash, and I'm looking up, I ain't reading my keys, but as soon as the ball snap, it's a run play, and I'm running back to my hash, and I just keep on running back to my hash, but it's a run play, and the running back coming right up the middle. I'm applying the right knowledge, but the wrong way. So you got to be careful when it comes down to this knowledge. You can apply the right knowledge, but you can be applying it the wrong way. So this is some of the problems we face when it comes down to the struggle when we transition or whatever we're doing. It's three main problems, and you just got to be aware of what these problems are and which one are you actually doing. Because a lot of times when it comes down to the transition, we're struggling, but we don't understand which problem that we're going through. So we continue to go around and around in a circle, expecting a different result, doing the same thing, expecting a different result, we're getting the same outcome. So here go the top three right here when it comes down to the law of application. You're not applying the information at all. You done learned something and spent all this money on something, all this time, energy on something, and you not applying the information. You just learn to learn, you didn't learn to apply. Number one mistake a lot of people make, we waste a lot of time, energy, and money on stuff, and we don't apply it. The second thing we do, we see all this information out here. I want to do this, I want to do that, so we go consume all this information, right? And to come to find out, we applying the wrong information. The information that we applying ain't gonna work because it's the wrong information. We getting the information from people that's feeding us incorrect data. And a lot of times, some of the incorrect data come from folks that may be older than us, but not necessarily wiser, but they are just giving you this information maybe to keep you safe, and it might not be to actually help you. Well, it's to help you, but it end up hurting you because it's the incorrect data, and you are applying it. So that could be, that's number two. And the last one, you're applying the right knowledge, but you're applying it the wrong way. You done got the right knowledge, but you applying it the wrong way. So you got to make sure this, when you start getting this knowledge, make sure it's the right knowledge. And then when you get the knowledge, make sure the person you're getting it from got a track record so you can say, okay, I see how they applied it. So now when it's your turn, just like you turn on the film, you seen the starting safety or the starting the end, you watch film on them, you seen how they did it, you can apply it the right way that they're applying it. So now when it's your turn, you know you got the right knowledge, you know you're applying it the right way, and you got that knowledge and you just didn't learn it just to learn it, you learned it to apply it. So those were some of the top 3 things when it came down to the law of application that I see a lot of people struggling with, whether it's in whatever transition they're making. They tend to not use the law of application. If they use it, they don't use it the right way, and they never really understand, hey, where am I making the mistake at? So the mistake and the breakdown can come in any of those capacities, any of those levels. But I just wanted to come give you those top three reasons when it comes down to the law of applications that keep people struggling where they at. I done been there, I done applied them all wrong, but I became aware, became conscious, and now understand them, so I see things a little bit different. And I want to save you that time, energy, money when it comes down to you transition and whatever transition you're looking to make. So look, those were the top 3 things when it comes down to the law of application and the mistakes that could change your life. Hopefully you took them down. Hopefully you shared them with someone. If you haven't, go ahead and share it with someone, because if it can benefit you, it can benefit them. And we don't want to be stingy with the information. We want to pay this thing forward, because at the end of the day, it's not about us, it's about us helping other people. So look, as we wrap this thing on up, what up, Sparrows? As we wrap this thing on up, the top 3 things when it comes down to the law application, y'all should know what they are, because I done repeated them about 750 million times, but I'm gonna do it one more time, just in case you forgot. When it comes down to the law application, first reason, you got the information, but you're not applying it. You learned to learn, you didn't learn to apply. The second thing is, you're applying the wrong information. You got incorrect data and you're applying it wrong, and that's why you ain't getting the outcome you want. And the last thing, you're applying the right knowledge, but you're applying it the wrong way. And everybody can do it. So be careful where you're at, be careful what you're doing. And in the meantime, look, y'all go do what y'all do. I just look forward to helping you transition like a champion. Thank y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. In the meantime, go get that free training. It's on the transition training on the website. The link is below. And if you haven't got the book yet, go cop the book. I heard it's a great read. I ain't saying that because I wrote it. But in the meantime, y'all go do what y'all do. I just look forward to helping you transition like a champion. See y'all later. I'm out.